What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants. No hate. Now, I want to dig into this video a little bit more. We've talked about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson and this whole debacle. But I want you guys to pay attention to something. I'm about to talk to y'all souls real quick. I'm about to really talk to y'all right now. I want to explain camouflage and bullshit to y'all because apparently a lot of people truly believed they were going to get a fucking clash of the Titans. Okay. I grew up watching Mike Tyson. I grew up watching a lot of people. I don't idolize anybody. I look at everybody the same way. Like I done said before, I don't see, the guy that work at Big Joe's Pizzeria no different from the way I see Mike Tyson or Michael Jackson or Sylvester Stallone or whoever. Everybody's just a human being that does something different. I'm not starstruck, and I don't feel like you deserve any more light in your life because of your profession. In fact, let's be real. Just like the guy that work at Big Joe's Pizzeria, if they have no customers, they have no business. Same way. If people are not buying your fights, if they're not buying tickets to come to your fight, if they're not spending their money on pay-per-view or subscriptions or whatever, then you have nobody to pay you. So it's all the same, okay? The funny thing is always the people. You have buyers and sellers in life, but it's always the goddamn buyers that's always arguing and trying to tell who's who and who's the greatest and who belongs here and who belongs where. Yet, your motherfucking ass have nothing going on in your life that satisfies you. And they depend on people like you to keep them rich. So when you hear that term, the rich stay rich by keeping the poor poor. Well, not that you have to be poor, but what I'm saying is your money can't compare to theirs, right? You're spending your money, crossing your fingers, hoping and praying, acting like this is your brother, your sister, your mom, your pop, and somebody fighting. Now, it's okay to want to see somebody fighting, to have an interest in something, fine. But where you don't know where to draw the line yourself and you complain about things, I blame all of you. Let me break this down for you guys. Some years ago, a fighter named Floyd Mayweather decided, okay, let me make my exit strategy. Part of my exit strategy is this. I'm going to, one, try to negotiate a deal with HBO to see, I'm going to tell them what I want, $200 million. If they don't, I'm going to take my offer somewhere else. I'll get it. Trying to be loyal to HBO, he goes to them with this offer. Nah, Floyd, I don't think no fight is worth $200 million. I mean, that's insane. When he decided to take his offer to Showtime, Jim Lampley, Max Kellerman, Roy Jones, all these other people thought that doesn't matter where Roy goes, nobody's going to give him $200 million. Come on, that's insane. Guess what happened? He went to Showtime. He got his $200 million. The people at HBO decided to let Jim Lampley, Max Kellerman, all these different guys, Roy Jones, they had a little special where they sat there and talked about how Showtime was going to go out of business because of Floyd. He's not worth that. No fighter's worth that, whatever, right? And they said all of these hateful things, all of this shit, predicting the downfall of Showtime. Well, Showtime lasted some years longer. And it turns out that the people from HBO said, we don't want boxing anymore. So way before Showtime pretty much was, canceled from, boxing was canceled from Showtime, what happened? These people decided that they wanted to make all this talk and say these things, and they ended up not working for HBO anymore, right? No boxing on HBO. So, bottom line is, Floyd did what he did, and Showtime boxing not being a part of Showtime anymore had nothing to do with Floyd Mayweather. Now, let's look at something. During that time, Mike Tyson was one of the vocal people. He was one of the vocal people shitting on Floyd. Floyd's tarnishing his legacy, blah, blah, blah. Floyd this, Floyd that. Now, you know what I find funny? I saw a thumbnail. I didn't even watch the video because I saw with Claressa Shields and she never said those words. But this is what I saw. A thumbnail that had Claressa Shields' face and it said, I hate Amanda Serrano. I think Katie Taylor won. The funny thing is they make it sound like Claressa Shields is the only one person on the earth that think that Katie Taylor won. I don't think Katie Taylor won. I think Amanda Serrano won. What's funny is these delusional people are coming up with this bullshit that Claressa Shields is jealous of Amanda Serrano. She's still the highest paid. She right? And I'm listening to the arguments of people, and I'm just like, I saw, different videos. I read the comments, and I'm like, now look at how you guys are bragging about how much money someone makes. Yet y'all complain when Floyd Mayweather always have to correct someone when they try to make it seem like someone else's success surpassed his or was equal to his, and he have to remind them who hold the records. Then y'all go, oh man, this motherfucker always talk about money. But yeah, you motherfuckers are hypocrites. Mike Tyson's a hypocrite. And I'm going to show you why as well. You motherfuckers sit here and you're bragging about how many titles Amanda Serrano won, how much money she made, as if she's sharing the fucking money with you. She's spending your money. And y'all sit up here bragging about money. Y'all bragging about all this other shit, and you want so bad for somebody to just be better than Claressa Shields that you have to, find any little twist and turn to make a fucking bullshit ass false information video. She never said anything about she hate Amanda Serrano. She simply said she thought Katie Taylor won. She gave her take on it. I disagree, but that's her opinion. I'm not telling anybody. I don't care who you think won. That's your opinion. My opinion isn't going to change. I watched the fight twice. That fight twice. The reason I watched that fight twice is because I saw a video. I saw Alicia Baumgardner, and Alicia Baumgardner basically, she's not having a rematch with Delphine Persoon. She's not talking about a rematch. She's saying she want to fight Katie Taylor, definitely for so. There's no rematch with Delphine, so I'm saying, okay, well, if Katie accepts, this could be sooner than we think. And I'm looking at them to see what they're doing, and I went and I watched the Delphine Persoon Baumgardner match again. I'm just looking at where they all are, right? And I'm not going to do a video on that just yet. I just want to see where they all are. Plus, I talked about this in the past about them fighting and what I think, and I did a video just recently telling you what I think is possible in those fights. Okay, so I'm watching that. Now, here's the thing. Shields never said anything about she hates Amanda Serrano. She never said that shit. Funny thing is, 50 Cent told a story about how he was somewhere one day, and him and Floyd and Mike Tyson was there, and said that Mike Tyson went in the room and closed the door. It was like, you remember, he was like, I'm thinking, like, I'm about to fight this motherfucker. Like, I ain't know what he came in for. Then he said, Mike Tyson says to him, I hate that motherfucker, yo. I can't stand that motherfucker, right? Way before 50 Cent told that story, I said, I feel like Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, and all these other dudes is jealous of Floyd, no matter what they say. Why? 50-0. Definitely much smarter than all of them. At one time, Ray Leonard was the money man. Holmes was the money man. Tyson was the money man. Holyfield was the money man. Oscar De La Hoya was the money man. And none of them, Canelo, money man, can't touch the type of money that Floyd made. And the fact that he's 50-0, and the fighters, every time Floyd would beat someone, they'll say he won't beat this person, he won't beat that person. He beat them, and all you hear is who he didn't fight, who he didn't beat, who he didn't fight, who he didn't fight. And I look, and I understand where that's coming from. It's funny because no matter what Mike Tyson does, Mike Tyson can't do any wrong in your eyes. Y'all praise him. He knows that. That's why he was able to pull off what he just did last Saturday. Now, or last Friday, or whatever the fucking day it was. So let's break this down. Mike Tyson went from saying that Floyd is tarnishing his legacy. He's tarnishing his legacy by doing exhibitions. He retired too early. Who the fuck is anybody to say when somebody should retire? Didn't Mike Tyson say the same thing? Didn't Derek Chisora say the same thing? I stop when I'm ready. Didn't Roy Jones say the same thing? But Mike feels that he retired too early. What Mike is trying to say is there was guys he still should have fought. Well, Mike Tyson, let's just be real. At 38 years old, Floyd was still sharp as a fucking tack. 38, you was getting your ass whooped by journeymen. And you retired. You went from saying he's tarnishing his legacy. I don't give a fuck that you didn't have on headgear. I don't give a fuck that y'all called that fake fixed fight. When I sit and look at everything going on, I told y'all that shit between him and Roy was fixed. No, all you Tyson lovers are sitting up there talking about how, oh, they robbed Tyson, man, he really won, there wasn't no draw. And I'm like, y'all really think y'all just watched the real fight between Tyson and Roy? That's what y'all think y'all watched, a real fight. If Mike Tyson was anywhere as deadly as y'all think he was, then Roy should have been knocked out in round fucking 1. We know Roy was a shell of himself. We know Tyson was a shell of himself. But y'all was talking all this. Remember his trainer, Mike Tyson, could actually fight for a world title. Remember he said that shit? And I'm looking at you motherfuckers like, y'all are crazy. Y'all really think Mike Tyson can go in there and fight Anthony Joshua, these guys now, man? And I remember, and I said, anybody can tell y'all anything and y'all eat that bullshit up. Y'all go repeat it and act like y'all said a mouthful. Mike Tyson is cooked. Mike Tyson cannot go in there. I don't give a fuck what his trainer said. Notice how you never seen any sparring with Mike Tyson. All you see him doing is hitting a heavy bag, hitting mitts, doing the same little drill. So you know what? Those drills are locked in. And because of his style, the way he fights, it looks real impressive to y'all, don't it? And I'm like, that shit don't impress me, man. Good that he's still trying to focus on that. But here's the deal. Mike Tyson went from talking all of this shit about Floyd. He went in there and fought a fake-ass fight with Roy Jones. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. You go watch that fight again if you only seen it once, and you tell me you think that shit was real, then you don't know shit about boxing. That fight between him and Roy, I don't give a fuck what Roy Jones say either. That fight was not no real fight. They talked about that shit. Let's go through the motions. And, neither one of them pulled the trigger. Neither one of them tried to hurt the other. You show me one time with Tyson or Roy, either one of them threw anything where they really tried to really go in there and go at each other. And y'all believe y'all saw a real fight. They just happened to have 2 belts made just in case it's a draw? Yeah, right. Well, at the end of the fucking day, y'all believe that Roy Jones and Mike was a real fight. So what can I say? Now, Mike Tyson sat there at the fucking face-off and said, first time, they's like, why? He talked about the fight. Mike Tyson said, remember how he talked about how other people talk about, I should be in the ring at 58 because they can't do it. What did Mike actually do? Other than disappoint his fans. Y'all really thought that a man that just had 8 fucking blood transfusions in June, a 58-year-old man that just had 8 fucking blood transfusions in June. Remember when I was telling you guys, I saw pictures of Mike Tyson with tubes up his nose. I saw a video of the motherfucker staggering around, and I'm like, damn, his balance looked fucked up, everything. And I'm like, damn. And I said, I don't think this motherfucker was ever I don't think he was ever really supposed to fight Jake. That shit, it's possible that it was just talk just to get attention to Jake, because look at Mike's condition. Did I not tell y'all that shit? And I didn't even know about the 8 blood transfusions back then. But I know what I saw. And I'm like, nah. And this, how the fuck he gonna be ready for a fight? Okay, so wait a minute. When Jake Paul says, I'm not gonna knock out somebody that don't deserve to be knocked out, Jake ain't no good fighter, man. And the fact that Jake even went through with that shit, Jake is everything that you motherfuckers see. I don't care if it's Eddie Hearn and all you motherfuckers talking about Jake is good for the sport. Sean Porter done changed his tune. Remember, he said he's smart. He's very, him and his brother, they're smart. I like what they're doing. Now he's like, oh, he don't have no substance. Yeah, Sean, you finally starting to fucking get it now, huh? Y'all starting to fucking wake up a little bit. Just a little bit, right? I told y'all, he's bad for boxing. People like Ryan Garcia, bad for boxing. Y'all think anytime somebody can generate interest that that's just good because of the money. No, motherfuckers. If you will sell yourself for any amount of money, you ain't shit to me. Let me explain something to you. Mike Tyson sat in that seat and said the very thing that he spoke against about Floyd. He said, we've already made history. This is the most viewed fight ever. They say Netflix is in 700, what did they say? 700,000 homes? Well, for them to have 65 million viewers, right? 60 million viewers or whatever. Well, I saw 65 and I saw 60, whatever. 60 million viewers. Let's compare something, because I want y'all to understand when somebody is throwing a camouflage at you. Mike talked about this is going to be the most viewed, biggest numbers. Talk about nobody in history has ever done it. He want to be able to say he was a part of something bigger than what Floyd did. But let me show you where him and Jake Paul both fall very short. First of all, this is on the streaming app. It's not like 700,000 people decided, or however many subscribers they have. I know it's seven something, whether it's 700,000 or whatever the fuck it was. Bottom line is, out of all of those subscribers, it's not like they said, oh, let me fucking go get Netflix so I can watch Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. They already had it. But here's the deal. Do you think if this was pay-per-view, 65 million people would have watched? Not even close to 65 million people would have watched if this was pay-per-view. Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, okay, was pay-per-view. All of his fights, those championship, those big fights were pay-per-view, not a streaming app. Nothing wrong with that being on a streaming app, because for one, now more people who normally wouldn't watch did watch. But Mike Tyson, he made the least money between him and Jake, right? Conor made the least money between him and Floyd. So let's just put this out here for those who are too, caught up into all the bullshit. Let me hit you with some facts, some truth. For Mike Tyson, they said he made $20 million. Guess what? That means he's $80 million short of what Conor McGregor made, because he made $100 million fighting against Floyd. They said Jake Paul made $40 million. A lot of money, right? $20 million is a lot of money too. $40 million. But guess what? That means he was $260 million short of what Floyd made that night. Floyd made $300 million. So who the fuck would you rather be? The motherfucker that made $20 million or the motherfucker that made $100 million? The motherfucker that made $40 million or the motherfucker that made $300 million? Yeah. So see, this is what people try to do. And this is where I'm saying how y'all just let people throw shit past y'all. All of that talk about the success of the event does not fucking make up for the bullshit that the event produced. Now, the Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano fight, despite the decision, all the controversy, whatever, the fight, it was a war, okay? They delivered. Mario Barrios fight, those two fights, they delivered. Those are the two best fights on the card. It was a good fight, okay? My thing with Barrios is like the fight, it was a good fight. It's just that Barrios, that's why I said y'all gonna say that he's exposed now because he got knocked down by a guy that nobody fucking really knew of, and the guy's considered a journeyman and shit. Yeah, that dude that they was saying. I mean, look, listen. Two good fights on the card. I wasn't feeling that YouTube fight at all, but whatever, it was there. But bottom line, the event itself, it didn't hit people the way that they wanted it to. It really didn't. Then you got to look and think like this too. The main event was the worst fight on the whole card. That was even worse than that YouTube fight. Mike landed 18 punches in 8 rounds. You see the way y'all praise Mike Tyson? Let me just ask y'all a question. When have you seen Mike Tyson sober? How often do you see him sober when he's on interviews? He sit there talk about eating mushrooms. He sit there talking about fucking smoking weed. He has his own show, Hot Topic, and Mike Tyson be sitting there on his own show, high as a fucking kite. He's asking his fucking, guest questions. He's just sitting there. And I'm like, real professional, Mike. You're doing an interview high as fuck. But nah, it's Mike Tyson. He's living his best life. He looks happy. Yo, I'm so happy for Mike. And I'm like, why do y'all treat Mike Tyson like he's a fucking baby? He's a human being just like anybody else. But y'all treat him like he's a baby. I heard a lot of y'all say fuck Trump and anybody that support Trump. I ain't fuck with no Trump supporters. Bullshit. He voted for Trump and he made it known. He's proud about it. Y'all still fuck with him. This is what I mean about y'all. Now, the funny thing is, look at what Floyd went to jail for. Y'all make a big deal about his case, but y'all don't want to believe that Mike Tyson did anything to this girl. I'm not saying he did or didn't. I don't know. I wasn't there. Her story sounds like bullshit about why she decided to meet up with Mike. Well, he's the champ of the world. I mean, like, whatever. We don't know what happened. But Mike Tyson himself tell you about all the grimy shit that he did. Mike Tyson said in several interviews, I don't like my old self. I don't really like to think about the things I did. And then, Mike Tyson changes his mind and says so many shit. 1 minute they say, what would you change about your life? He'll say nothing, because if I did, then I wouldn't be the person I am today. But then you got him clearly so many times say he don't like thinking about his old self. He don't like the person he used to be. That's what he said about himself. Remember the video where he was being interviewed? And this is when he was a Muslim, right? Notice how he don't talk about being a Muslim anymore, but how he was sitting there and he told that woman, I really don't talk to him unless I'm fornicating with him. So unless you're willing to, you shouldn't be talking to me. This was after the Desiree Washington situation and all that. Everything that Mike did, I'm not saying let's hold these things against him. Y'all hold shit against Floyd. But I'm saying no matter what Mike say, no matter what Mike does, Mike Tyson liked to be in charge. Mike Tyson liked to be able to do what he want. And he said that before. As long as I know that his trainers, everybody in his camp knew that he was the boss. And it's good to be the boss and all this shit, right? That's when Mike Rashid was on the show and he said he remember being at a training camp, and said that the people in Mike's camp, he's telling Mike Tyson this on his show. Man, it was over here telling you like, yo, good work. Mike's like, man, it was a bullshit camp that day. He's telling him this. And he's like, I was pissed off because like nobody was being honest with you. Like, and Mike's like, well, as long as they knew I was the boss, that's the thing. As long as they know I'm the boss, that's okay. He didn't give a fuck about that. But y'all make excuses. Just like, for example, when Mike Tyson went out and decided he wanted to go fuck a bunch of women when he was over there in Japan with Bobby Brown, right? And got knocked the fuck out by Buster Douglas. Y'all made every excuse. And I said, you know what? This is something about Mike Tyson always knowing. I don't feel no type of way towards him because of y'all. But I'm telling you, I blame y'all for your own stupidity. No matter what Mike Tyson says and does, y'all make excuses. Y'all sit up here and talk about what he used to be. Like, yeah, we already know what he used to be. Why the fuck are we bringing this up? What is he right now? At one point, I used to be 5 years old. Yeah, okay, so why are we bringing this shit? Why are we talking about right now? You thought Mike Tyson was going to do what? He's going to turn the clock back for one night? Now, let's say the fight went exactly the way it went. But Mike Tyson lands a left hook and Jake goes down, fights over. Mike Tyson pulls a George Foreman. Everybody would have been happy just for the fact that he was able to do it, right? It wasn't a part of the script, y'all. This was some fake bullshit, and I believe Jake Paul is chicken shit. I don't respect Jake Paul at all. Jake Paul is all about money, but y'all are gullible, and that's why he can do that to y'all. Why don't he just call himself the Legend Killer like Randy Orton? Because all he wants to do is fight retired old guys. Now, I'll tell you what. The question I have about Netflix is, what are they going to do going forward to try to get 60 million more people to watch another event? Because without names, boxing is not the type of sport that's going to get that type of attention. So what is he going to do now? Make a storyline and say, hey, I just beat Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield beat him twice. So if I can beat the man that beat Mike Tyson, who's 63 years old now, hey, this, Evander's one of the, they call him Mike the baddest man on the planet, all this shit. I don't want to hear that bullshit about he was old. No, fuck that. Holyfield's 4 fucking years older than Mike Tyson, and Holyfield wasn't the same either. Same with Lennox Lewis. They always want to give excuses as to why Mike lost. Anytime Mike loses, an excuse. The whole Deontay Wilder vibe that y'all have. Same thing with Mike Tyson. He loses, an excuse as to why he lost. Never just better man won. Well, look, I won't be shocked if Jake Paul tried to call out Holyfield, Roy Jones, maybe Depending on how washed up he is, Shannon Briggs, maybe it's Shannon Briggs, depending on how washed up he is. I'm going to show you the bitch move that Jake Paul just made. This bitch just fucking told Conor McGregor he wants to fight him, right? And he said, I know I said that I want to fight at 175. But that's never going to happen. Why don't we do this old school, like the old UFC? No weight class. Yeah, because you a bitch. You came in 227 pounds. You know that Conor McGregor doesn't walk around at 200 pounds at all. So the only thing that he has over Conor McGregor is a size advantage. Now, I haven't seen McGregor fight in a while, so I don't know if McGregor's washed up or whatever, but I'm pretty sure this is how I know McGregor's not the same. Not even close to whatever he used to be. Because there's no way Jake Paul would fucking call him out if he was. And why the fuck does Jake always have to be bigger than someone? He has to be much taller. Yo, the dude is doing a bitch move. And he's fucking using all of you motherfucking stupid people who keep believing in his ass. And I don't give a fuck if I hurt feelings. I don't give a fuck. I mean everything I'm saying. Because the people that I'm talking to, y'all need to hear this shit. Wake the fuck up. You motherfuckers go shelling out money. Then you walk around here so disappointed and so fucking hurt. What the fuck did you think you was going to see a 58-year-old man with 8 fucking blood transfusions a couple of months ago do? What the fuck did you think was going to happen? When I told you motherfuckers, I saw the training video of Mike Tyson. I'm not impressed. I said Mike Tyson balance is not there. No footwork. And basically, it's just the same typical shit. Right? Come in, slip. Hook to the body, hook to the head. Same. He's just, and I'm like, you haven't seen me sparring. I said, his mobility's not there. The dude came, I'm talking the training. But I said, notice you never see no sparring. You see shit like Mike Tyson almost knocks his trainer's heads off in training. And it even say in spar, he ain't sparring, he's hitting the fucking mitts. The fuck you talking about? And you read comments, yo, I would hate to get hit by Mike. Yo, Mike still got it. Yo, Mike this, Mike that. Yo, Mike should fight Tyson Fury. And I'm just like, wow, you guys are you're really that naive? Yeah, you are. Listen, if you motherfuckers really want to see Jake get his ass whooped, you really want to see him get his ass whooped? See, Andre Ward tried to speak good about him, but Andre Ward also was saying, if he called my name, yeah, right. Yeah. Because at the end of the fucking day, Andre Ward know damn well Jake Paul's not fighting any real fighters. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck what Mike used to be. I don't care about what none of them used to be. I know what they used to be. They're not that and far from that. And you think at 38, Mike Tyson was getting his ass whooped. Somehow at 58, he's telling you, I'm different now. I'm a better fighter now than I was then. And they're gonna see yeah, I know. You sure are different. You even worse now than you ever was. And at least this McBride dude, not that good of a fighter, but at least he was a professional. At least he was a big dude. At least he was an actual fighter that had some fights under his belt. This is what I say. If y'all really want to see Jake Paul go in there and get dusted the fuck off, let him put up or shut up. I said this a million times and I'm going to say it the fuck again. Jake Paul, you are 27 years old. Francis Ngannou is 38. You have what, 12, 13 fights now? He only has 2. I'll bet you won't fight him. He's still way too young and he has way less fights than you. That was your excuse when you first was around like 6 or 7 fights, right? Yeah, now you still making excuses. And all you're doing is fighting old, washed up journeymen. You fighting dudes that was retired, haven't even boxed in over 2 decades, and now all of a sudden you're jumping in the fucking ring. That's all you're doing. Jake Paul can keep doing this, and just from popularity alone, he'll end up making headlines that next thing you know, Jake Paul versus Alexander Usyk. How the fuck did this happen? Because you motherfuckers keep tuning in to watch. People, I'm sick of this motherfucker. I don't want to see him fight no more. Well, motherfucker, stop watching. Fuck are y'all so immature? Don't watch. That's all. But I'm telling y'all, in terms of the sport is bullshit. And what he's able to do, nah. So when Canelo says he's not interested, right? Clarissa Shields said she wished Canelo would take the office so he can go over there and expose Jake, go beat the fuck out of Jake. Canelo would fuck him up. He would fuck him up bad. Jake knows that. Jake is not going to fight anybody that he know has any real skills. You have to have the tank empty. Like, for example, let's say they have a mole out in the gym somewhere and they see Shannon Briggs sparring and hitting the bag. They like, oh, Shannon shot. Yeah, he'll call Shannon out then. You have to be completely shot for him to fight you. That's what Jake Paul does. That motherfucker didn't want to get knocked out his damn self. You know, he probably feel like, shit, man, I know we agreed and we talked about this, but shit, if Mike knocked me the fuck out, I can't come out and say, hey, man, I'm suing Mike Tyson because he agreed to not knock me out, or I agreed to not knock him out. And then, you understand what I'm saying? And they fucking went in there and got 40 million and 60 million. 40 million and 20 million to fucking dance around for 16 minutes of nothing. But yet, Mike want to tell you how successful the event was before it even happened. And then even after, I made this and okay, now wait. What did Mike Tyson say at the end of that fucking fight when they asked him about fighting and proving people wrong? And Mike Tyson, and then the lady standing trying to make it sound like Mike went in and did it and did the damn thing. Mike went in and did nothing. Well, what did Mike say? I did it for myself. I didn't do it to prove anything to anybody. I did it for me. Why when Floyd say that shit, y'all got a problem? You see, contradicting himself, hypocrite, saying that. Now, you know what I said? If they was in the same position as Floyd, they would do the same things, but they're not. Isn't it funny how Mike Tyson went from talking about how these killers like Marciano and all these fighters from back in the day that he named and shit, Rocky Graziano and all these guys, Roberto Duran, and how these guys were killers. And, you know, these guys, it's not all about the money. Yeah, it was, Mike. It was always about the money. These motherfuckers don't fight just to fight. They fight because they need to make the money. And if they can stay injury-free, they fought more frequently. You should know. You was one of them. But now all of a sudden you did it for yourself. Floyd say that shit, and I'm like, you are fighting for yourself. Ain't nobody stupid, man. All this shit, I love my fans, and I'm fighting for y'all. Yeah, wrestlers do that shit. I'm fighting for each and every one of you. 6 months later, they're a bad guy. Fuck all of you fucking overweight inbreds from Cleveland. Yeah, and y'all still fall for that goofy shit like it's real. But at the end of the day, this is exactly what Mike Tyson did. He sat there and finally found himself in a position at 58. He made $20 million fighting a fake-ass fight. Whatever he made against Roy Jones, the same thing, 2 fake-ass fights, and y'all still don't get this shit. Y'all thought y'all saw a real fight between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Y'all thought y'all saw a real fight between him and Jake Paul. I just looked at this shit, and I just shook my fucking head, man. And I'm like, before I make this video, I just want to let things sink in. I want people to think about what they saw. I want them to have that feeling in their stomach. So when I do this video, they can relate to it better. I'm not getting on you guys' case because you wanted to see Mike win and, you know, and you really thought you was going to see something, at least a better effort. But for you motherfuckers that's talking shit about Jake Paul, and you sitting up here talking about Mike Tyson like he's some fucking baby and trying to not put the onus on him as well, well, no. It's a fake fight. I remember when I first started my first channel, and I remember this dude was like talking about something, yo, man, we should pretend we beefing. That'll get motherfuckers to like really pay attention, like, you know what I'm saying? And I looked at him and I said, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, man, I ain't doing no dumb shit like that. And this wasn't even a face-to-face. This was him texting me on Instagram. Let's do a fake beef, but make it look real. I'm not doing no shit like that, man. And this was just to get more subscribers and more views and all that. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? I said, man, don't insult me like that. Nah, I ain't trying, I ain't on me like that. I'm just, like, cause man, fuck out of here with that goofy shit. It's what I'm telling you. People would do anything. Now, if somebody would do all that just for views and subscribers and likes, what you think people would do for this money? If I know I can't go anymore, and the motherfucker, I understand what this motherfucker was trying to do. How you gonna say Jake Paul don't have no substance and he has no dignity or nothing? Sean Porter said, there's other ways to entertain people, man. Like, nothing. You just went in, and I'm like, now all of a sudden, Sean Porter saying the shit he should have been saying a long time ago. You sit up here trying to play nice with these motherfuckers. He's a fraud. I told y'all from day one, Jake Paul is a fucking fraud, and this generation supports him because there's a bunch of fake, fraudulent motherfuckers out here just like Jake Paul. But you can't leave Mike Tyson out the equation. He's a grown-ass fucking man. He's on to be Jake Paul's father. He could have easily said, man, listen, I talk like I'm a fighter for real. I go in here to fight for real. What did Roy Jones say in his last fight? I'm not fighting my opponent. I'm fighting the IRS. Meaning, you know that you're not really in shape. You know that pretty much, you know, you're not going to go in and really take any real risks. And you went in and lost to this dude that, I mean, yeah, the dude was much younger than Roy, but still in all, same shit, man. Like, you know, y'all going in. The difference with that, I don't think that fight was fixed. That dude just wasn't that good. And Roy Jones is not the same fighter anymore as well either. Okay, but the point, what I'm saying is, let's look at what the fuck he did. And look at Roy Jones' career, how it ended. Look at Mike Tyson's career, how it ended. Do you know how much that pained them? Why do you think every time somebody asks him about Floyd, he always says, yeah, you gonna call him the best? You can't fight a guy you gonna fight a guy for your 50th fight. They ain't even a fighter. Wait a minute. Listen at what you saying, Roy. But you sitting up here praising Jake Paul for fighting old washed up fucking fighters. What the fuck kind of shit is that? You praising this dude and all of them, Sean Porter and all of them was talking all this shit, talking about how, yo, they like what Jake and his brother's doing. He's smart, man. He's this, he's that. When they asked Mike Tyson, is he going to fight again? Mike said, I don't know, maybe his brother, you know. Asked him he want to fight again. He'll consider it if the situation is right, man. Listen, then y'all could have told about Mike, bro. How the fuck do y'all know what Mike has in his fucking bank account? Don't this motherfucker own, he sell weed, like he have his old weed plant, whatever the fuck you call them, little greenhouses or whatever the fuck, but he got his own show, Hot Topic and all this kind of shit. But he got mushroom, all this shit. How the fuck y'all know what the fuck Mike Tyson got in his fucking bank account? Now I was saying he's broke. Oh, I see. Let's make excuses. Mike only did it because of, yeah, Mike did it for that $20 million. This was scripted, it was fake. The same way it was with Roy. Now, how the fuck is Floyd tarnishing his legacy? You know what's funny? Let's compare Floyd fights. You think Gotti was not trying to knock Floyd out? You think Floyd wasn't trying to knock him the fuck out? And the thing about it, Floyd's still sharp as fuck. Mike ain't been that sharp. Shit. Yeah, Mike ain't been that sharp for, damn, it's been that long. It's been that long. Pacquiao looked like shit in his last fucking exhibition. That shit bothers people because they want to be able to just simply say these dudes are better than Floyd. They're greater than Floyd. They this, they that. You can talk about what Mike Tyson was all you want. At some point, Floyd ain't going to be able to do exhibitions anymore and be like, so at the same time, things happen and it comes to an end. The funny fucking thing about it, though, is every fucking thing, and I'm not talking about, like I said, this isn't about whole shit against the motherfucker. He ain't do it to me. Okay, but Mike Tyson did some scumbag shit. Mike Tyson, I said, damn, y'all talking about, look at Mike Tyson fights. Mike used to elbow people. You know Mike Tyson on purpose, when he throws that left hook, he bring it around, so even if the left hook, whether it lands or not, that elbow gonna get you. I seen Mike Tyson purposely literally do a Victor Ortiz and boom with his head. Nah, but we gonna overlook it because it's Mike Tyson. But when he fought Evander, y'all crying like some bitches crying about headbutts. Let me tell you the cloth I'm cut from. Motherfucker, you headbutt me, I'ma elbow the fuck out you. Fuck you, ref. You do your fucking job. That motherfucker headbutt me, you ain't do shit? Well, you gonna be some point taking away motherfuckers in here. Cause I ain't crying to no ref like no bitch. Ref, he headbutt me. Or ref, no, you hit me low, I'ma hit you low twice. You kick me, I'ma kick. Man, listen. Ain't no motherfucking ref save me. Somehow, and y'all calling Mike Tyson the baddest man on the planet, but y'all make so much excuses for dude. I look at Mike Tyson and I say, listen, man, what you did is what you did. Who you were is who you were. Who you are now is a whole different person. Whole different person. You can't do what you used to, but you got in there and got a pension. You got another $20 million to do nothing for a fake ass fight. Roy Jones one time, he was talking to a couple of weeks ago. He was talking to Andre Ward. Andre Ward was asking him about like, what do you think, like what makes a great fighter and all that. And Roy Jones said, first you got to build a character. No, why you think like WWE? Why you think they last so long? And I'm like, nah. The WWE don't even have characters anymore. The characters they have now is trash. Wrestling characters now are so boring. Everybody are exactly the same. Nobody stands out. There's no more Papa Shangos and Ultimate Warriors. No more Ricky Steamboats. There's no more, characters. No more Stings. There's no more people that just have characters. No more Coco Bewares, the Bushwhackers. You don't see that shit anymore. Everybody just come out and do the same thing. They act real sedity, real smug, just talk a lot of shit, and they all look the same. You got motherfuckers that look like they should be playing golf, and they call these motherfuckers wrestlers. I'm like little bird chest, scrawny motherfuckers beating motherfuckers 275, 280. The big built motherfuckers is just big dummies now. Like, I mean, it's nothing to it. And I said, this is what I feel about boxing. Boxing could do far better jobs at putting video packages together. To me, rappers just, fighters just walk into the ring with a rapper rapping. That I mean, whatever, man. I felt like in terms of entertainment, the fighters, it would be nice if they had like a nice entrance or something, like, just something to entertain the people. Some of them do have it. In fact, Mario Barrios had a nice entrance. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is what I'm saying, man. That type of shit. But when you talk about a character, no, boxing don't need for motherfuckers to have people trying to imitate, to like play some character. They need to be able, what Ali was doing, Ali copied that from a wrestler. Gorgeous George or whatever his name was. And that's where Ali got that idea from, the talk a lot. I'm pretty, I'm this, I'm the, that's where he got that whole idea from. Okay? But once you get in that ring, this is what I'm saying, the acting stops. See, this is what Roy don't understand about what he said. That's probably not what Roy meant to do what the fuck, well, no, fuck that, because Roy did the same thing with Mike. But, so bottom line is when he said that, this is my point. These motherfuckers are taking that character in the ring with them. And then people make excuses and try to say that's what Ryan Garcia was. No, that's not what Ryan Garcia was doing. He's just a fucking racist. That's not what Teofimo Lopez is doing. He's just a fucking racist. That's all that shit is. You need to have a character. See, how did WWE last so long? Yeah, Roy, fuck all of that shit, man. Fuck all of that. I say it's good to have a personality, something about you. I mean, I'm not going to try to be somebody I'm not. And motherfuckers, like, look at Terrence Crawford. Y'all remember when I said some time ago, Terrence Crawford needed better, he needed to promote himself. People keep talking about, that's where you go to PR team. Shut the fuck up with that goofy shit. Bob Arum ain't doing nothing to get him out there. Bob Arum talking about he's frustrated with him. He can't sell. And I'm like, listen, how long are you going to let the same thing keep happening? Terrence Crawford need to be on top of his game. And Terrence Crawford need to be on some shit where, like, when Sean Porter went and started the Porter Way or whatever you call it, when, Mike Tyson got the Mike Tyson's Hot Topic or whatever, I said the same thing. Adrian Broner could do the same thing. The only difference with the Adrian Broner type, like him, I can see him now having just a bunch of ignorant shit going on. Just a bunch of stupid shit. Nothing, just a bunch of shit like you think somebody 20 fucking years younger than him would probably do. Like a fucking 15-year-old will fucking do some shit. Just a bunch of goofy shit. And I'm saying, like, Terrence Crawford, man, anybody, like, he could, you could have your own channel. You could show some of your training. You could talk to the people a little bit about how you grew up, things of that nature, like certain things, like let the people get to know you through your own channel. When you go on the road, certain plain things you do, like, you got to think outside the box, man. And it's funny because it took all this time. Now, years later, guess who's going to WWE events? Guess who's, all this shit. Tyson Fury, Floyd done it, Muhammad Ali, all this shit. It's nothing new. This is what they do. But what are you going to do to increase your popularity? And if his popularity was increased the way that he wanted to be, he wouldn't have, more than likely, Canelo would say, yeah, okay, let's go. Why? Because that bread would be super, like a big amount of money. Well, let's just think about something. Canelo is making like $30 million a fight, around that. Just think what Jake Paul made, $40 million. So you see, when I'm making more money than all of y'all. Yeah, he made more than AJ, he made more than Tyson Fury, Usyk, and all of them. And he's a fucking YouTuber. But when they look at Jake Paul's career, they're going to look at all these fucking names of these dudes that shot fighters, a bunch of MMA dudes, all this shit. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm like. How y'all talking shit about Floyd, but y'all praising this motherfucker? And let's not forget, when Floyd fought Conor, it wasn't for a title. It was about the spectacle. It was about the cash grab. Yes, it was. That's what it was about. Now all of a sudden, what, everything is monkey see, monkey do. Tyson Fury said, "I respect Floyd Mayweather. I want to do the things he did, man. That guy is so smart." And yeah. So what you think that him and versus Ngannou, what you think that was about? Y'all still don't understand what y'all are looking at. This fake scripted bullshit. When Sean Porter again said, these people not coming to watch the fight, they're coming for the entertainment. Okay. See, Sean, when you say that though, you make it sound like you okay with it. And if you're okay with it, then you can't fucking complain about the outcome of some shit, because if something is scripted, it's scripted. It's as simple as that. Netflix might have shot themselves in the foot with that event because they didn't deliver. And if Mike Tyson was able to put up even a better showing of himself, Mike Tyson couldn't get in. Mike Tyson basically nothing. He couldn't do nothing. He could barely even fucking stand up, man. He was tripping over his own fucking feet. Balance wasn't there, nothing. He couldn't even do that little hop step that he does. Nothing. He couldn't do shit. And y'all really thought a mushroom chewing, weed smoking 58-year-old man that just had 8 blood transfusions was going to go in there and do anything. And I said, man, plain and simple, I told you, this is some shit I'm not interested in. That's why I'm not sitting there breaking down the fight to give you a round by round and who did what and how to give a fuck. It's like that bullshit with him and Roy. It was garbage. And this was garbage. But this is what y'all keep accepting. Garbage. So for Netflix, if this is the route that they want to go, see, WWE is coming to Netflix. And if they think that this is what type of boxing they want to showcase, a bunch of fucking old, elderly, washed up, over the hill, ain't been shit for the past 2 decades type fighters, well, you go right ahead. You go ahead. But let's see what happens in the long run when they go, damn, they went from 60 million to 20 million to 500,000 to 100,000 to 30,000. Boxing is no longer a part of Netflix. This was bullshit. This was a garbage ass event. Not the Katie Taylor and them fight. I'm not, like I said, I ain't going, we already talked about that. I'm not going into the, the outcome and all, but I mean, overall, the event, it's like, when you look at it, it's like, you know what? We deserve better than that. But I already had Netflix a long time ago. I didn't get it for this shit. I wasn't ordering that garbage. Just like when Floyd fought Conor, I didn't order that bullshit. I saw the replay. No, I did see it live. When I watched it home, I was in one of those, it wasn't Dave and Buster's. I forget the name of the place, but it's something like it. But it was an Independence. It was a big spot though. Yeah, I forgot where. But I saw when I watched it, the replay of it, I was able to just, because when you watch something live and everybody hollering and oh shit, yo, and whatever, all that shit. But yeah, I remember when I saw it. But look. Bottom line is this. I wasn't interested in that shit. I wasn't ordering that. Not me. I wasn't ordering that shit. And I didn't even go to where I went for the fight. It's a chill spot we always go to. But bottom line, y'all, listen to this. In the future, if you're going to sit up here and support these type of stupid ass events just to complain later, why? Who are you blaming? You can't blame Netflix because you believe anything somebody tell you. Well, I told you, when you tell somebody something that, the truth about something, oh, you a hater, man. Why you hating? You could tell somebody, this is how ignorant this generation is. Hey, bro, you better be careful, man. You going that way? Yeah, it's too loose, pit bull. Well, why you hating? If I want to walk that way, show off my new sneaker, you go right ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead and get your stupid ass killed. Don't say I didn't warn you, dumbass. This is what y'all do, though. Y'all just want to believe in shit so bad. I'm like, man, listen, man, look. One of the things that you always see fighters do is spar. At some point, you see sparring. At some point, most of the time with big fights, you see open workouts. Did you see any of that shit? Did you see Mike Tyson spar anybody? No. Did you see him spar anybody before he fought Roy? No. He's hitting mitts and pads, man. He's hitting, he's not in there hitting the bag. He's not sparring anybody. I guarantee, listen, looking at Mike Tyson and how he wasn't sharp at all, I guarantee you he ain't spar nobody. I guarantee you Mike didn't spar no fucking body. And this bullshit fake setup ass fight, did it matter anyway? No. But he couldn't even be sharp. He didn't know how to do nothing. Nothing. It was trash. Ray Leonard looked disappointed. Lennox Lewis looked disappointed. Evander Holyfield looked disappointed. Frank Bruno was disappointed. There was a lot of people that was disappointed. Now, people are starting. I saw a couple of channels today, or a couple of people are starting to speak out like pissed off at Mike. I'm not mad at none of them because they ain't take no money from me. I'm just telling y'all got to wake up, man. These people are like, yo, and the thing about it is this, Mike Tyson knows. Look, Mike Tyson knows that he's one of these people. Y'all gonna make excuses for him and baby him anyway. I think if y'all went in the bathroom and Mike Tyson was taking a shit, you got people, Mike, can I wipe your ass, please? I don't need no tissue. I used to use my hand. Whatever you want me to do, Mike, I'll wipe your ass however you want me to. Y'all just don't get it, man. These people are all about the money. So Mike Tyson went from talking about how all these other fighters was killers and they ain't all about the money. You know, it's about legacy and all. Right, I know. We heard Tyson Fury talk that same shit. We heard Wilder talk that same shit. But bottom line, the difference, what I'm saying with Tyson is he was saying all this shit in regards to trying to belittle Floyd Mayweather. Fuck you trying to belittle Floyd for, man. Don King was taking your own money, spending your money, giving you your own, buying you cars with your money and you ain't even know. All the shit, yeah, people took advantage of you, but you see, that's the problem. You see, y'all sitting up here telling us fucked up what they doing to Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is 58 fucking years old. If he ain't fucking grow up and understand by now, when the fuck is that ever gonna happen? Y'all act like these guys are kids. You probably got family members you don't even fucking give the benefit of a doubt to like that. What make Mike Tyson or anybody else any different? All these fucking years, people, from whether it was 50 Cent, whether it was Oscar De La Hoya, saying that Floyd was broke, and that's why he's doing exhibitions. Manny Pacquiao, all of them. Manny Pacquiao said Floyd was tarnishing his fucking legacy. Why is he fighting exhibition? He fight really, really fight. What is Manny Pacquiao doing right now? Oh, but he's not tarnishing his, right? This is what I'm talking about. Floyd tell you flat out, I fight for me. I don't fight for these fans. Yeah, these fans, they cheer you today, they boo you tomorrow. He's like, and I already know they want to see me lose. He's like, I don't fight for the fans, I fight for me. He said, I go in there and I fight, I put on. I show you boxing. I entertain. He said, that's what I do. He's like, but I don't go in there. I'm not fighting for these fans. You don't respect him being honest? Y'all believe when these people tell y'all that they love y'all and this, they don't know you. Who the fuck are you? You out there hollering and jumping around in somebody's fight. That same fighter might see you in person. They don't know who the fuck you are. Who the fuck are you? Just some fan. Oh my God, can I take a picture? Could you autograph my titties? Could you autograph my panties? Could you, oh my God. This is the shit that the fans do. And the fighters know, these entertainers, they know that they got you right where they want you. What are you going to fucking do the next time they announce a Jake Paul fight? You gonna say, I'm just watching just because I'm crossing my fingers hoping he get beat? What? You gotta explain to me. You do what you do. This is the shit. Like I said, that people, oh, he's good for the sport. He bring ice to the sport. No, what he do hands-on as far as making sure fighters are getting paid more, making sure the females, boxers are getting paid more and all that. Okay, great. But as far as what he do in that ring and what, nah, man. No. Jake Paul, if this is what his career is, let him do what he's doing. But for Jake Paul to be anywhere near a world championship match simply because he got so popular that the money is insane and this is a money grab, nah. But see, this is where y'all don't know where to draw the line either. So Netflix is in a position where, think about this. How many bigger names is in the sport than Mike Tyson's? What, are you going to try to talk to Floyd? Try to talk him into a deal to try to come and fight on Netflix or something? I mean, what are they going to do? What kind of shit are they going to do? What kind of cards are they going to put together? You see, look at this thing called Versus Battle. I remember I was talking to one of my sons. I said, this ain't going to last too long. And he's like, I don't think so either, Pop, because you know what? I think it started during the pandemic, and I think they said the first one was the singer Joe and Babyface. And they was talking about how, I remember this dude Kane, the rapper. Remember Big Daddy Kane, whatever. I remember him talking about, yo, I did not know when he was talking about Babyface, that light-skinned, good-haired motherfucker was so damn ignorant. Yo, I remember something that Joe was playing a song and he said, Babyface said, oh, did you produce it though? Oh, okay. Like in other words, because he was telling him, well, I produce all my shit. So, and I'm just looking at Kane like, that was entertaining to you? No, okay. And I just couldn't get into that shit. Why? Let's look at what the versus battle is. Now, it's called versus battle. But then they say, well, it's not a battle, it's a celebration. Well, then why the fuck don't you just call it artist celebration and some shit? Because the word battle means we're battling, we're competing some kind of way. And then I'm sitting up here, I couldn't get into this shit. Then I heard Redman and Method Man battled, and I saw a little bit of the one with DMX and Snoop, and I just wasn't into this shit. All these motherfuckers, I get it. They're sitting up here in some room, and they just sitting there going from songs. I done heard all these songs. What is it about versus battle that's supposed to get me locked in? I watched the Kane versus KRS one because of the elements that they claimed that they was going to put it in there. And shit, they did it, but it didn't come out as quite the way they said it was going to happen. It wasn't quite the same, but they did those things. And then KRS-One was trying to dismiss some of it because he bar for bar Kane was cooking his ass, so he was, like just trying to, he got more hits type shit, whatever. Motherfucker, no. It's not that he even got more hits. He has more songs overall, and I'm looking at the camouflage. And they said it's about hits. Well, the last song he did wasn't even a hit. It was some new shit off his new album. I thought this was all about hits, right? So I'm looking, I'm like, okay. Then the very fucking next, I saw it, and then I did see the one with the Dipset versus the what do you call them? The Dipset and the Locks. And I'm sitting there like, why is this fucking Cameron putting his foot on, not Jada, Styles P pushing him, kicking him with it, like, I'm looking at this shit like, this is a grown ass men. I watched Fat Joe go up there and disrespect, was it Lil Mo, and telling Ja Rule, he battled Ja Rule. He's telling Ja Rule, yo, you gotta go to the crack house to fight them dusty bitches. And I'm like, what the And I'm looking at this shit like, nah, this shit's trash. I never could watch this shit faithfully. I could never really just get into it. And then what ends up happening, they had Omarion on there, and I forget the guy, Omarion and Mario battled. And these motherfuckers is up on stage eating watermelon and shit. I know they had a song, some shit, reference, I don't know if that's the name of the song or whatever the fuck. And I just, like, for me, it was like little bits and pieces. Then it's like, man, I found myself not watching nothing. And I remember the one night they said Onyx battled, I think it was Cypress Hill. I didn't even tune to watch that shit. Then it was like, you couldn't even watch it. And I just found myself completely uninterested. And I said, only the immature people going to stick around for this shit, to be honest with you. Because if you look at this shit for what it is, and I think, I forgot, was it Shaka Khan or Stephanie Mills might have did some shit. I'm just talking about going off memory what I remember hearing. I only personally watched the Kane and KRS one. The Styles P shit with the Jada, I just watched it for his part, and it kind of like, I was looking at it. In fact, I don't remember if I watched that whole thing. One of my partners, we were sitting there chilling. I don't remember, but bottom line, I see, my point is, what people consider entertainment is always when somebody's disrespectful, when somebody is doing something that really has nothing to do with what's supposed to be happening on that stage, in that ring. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, this shit is garbage, man. Like, I get it, okay, during the pandemic, let's give some entertainment and make some money at the same time. I get it. But that shit just, it's to me, it's just like, trying to tell us it's a celebration. No, it's not a celebration, man. People are sitting there picking winners, choosing sides. I've heard your songs already. So this is, it's based on how you match song for song. It's like, okay, so what? They don't even announce a winner. But people going to give you their opinions in the comment section, who they think won. And I'm like, does it matter? We hearing songs y'all done did 2 decades ago. So fucking what? It's just the performance and all. And then it's like, well, if you've been looking at them through the years, you didn't see how many fucking times can you see Kane perform, set it off, and warming up Kane and Raw? How many times can you see KRS-One perform? You didn't see this shit already. So to me, it was just like, yeah, this shit ain't gonna last long. And what happened? Do you hear anybody doing versus battles anymore? And the same exact shit could happen with boxing on Netflix simply because of greed. Like, people seem to forget that the PBC is already on Amazon Prime. Who the fuck is talking about it? Who the fuck is talking about it? You understand what I'm saying? Boxing just gets to the point, man, where people don't understand. Boxing is not what it used to be. And it's a lot more casuals watching boxing now than purists. By far it is. This is exactly why people don't understand that a real fight from a fucking fake fight. This is exactly why people don't understand, like, you thought Mike Tyson was really going to go in there and do something different. Because why? He's telling you he is. People around are sitting there, yo, Mike. It's like the Bruce Lee stuff. Yo, Bruce was, you couldn't hit him. Bruce was just, oh my God. Yeah, you couldn't fucking hit him. You know how many fucking people on this planet? Because you couldn't do it. Now all of a sudden, even they talk about world-class fighters. Who? Name these motherfuckers. They're all martial artists. They're doing the same shit. You're not talking about no pro fighters that actually accomplish shit. You talking about some motherfucking, well, I'm a pro, man, shut the fuck up with that, I'm a pro fighter. Let's just be real, man. This is my point. The same way people talk about what Bruce could do, what I'm saying, this is the same way people was talking about what Mike is doing and what Mike's going to do and how Mike could actually fight for a title right now. Mike is that good, and y'all believe that shit. You ever see Muhammad Ali sit up there taking mushrooms and smoking weed before a fight? You ever see Larry Holmes them doing that? When the fighters did shit like that, people like Ray Mercer was always drinking. Used to see Ray sit up in the bar drinking. Seen him a couple of times. Seen him before the Lennox Lewis fight. Sitting up in the damn bar drinking. All this kind of shit. You see these different people, Ricardo Mayorga, all the cigarette shit, like different fighters. When fighters had problems, you know, guys like Frank Tate, you know, Michael Nunn, different fighters, when they had problems, their lives shut down. Things happen. You know, Jamal Charlo, always drunk or whatever the fuck it is he's doing. All this, you know, Errol Spence with the drinking. That shit does not help you. Somebody in my comment section, salute to you. Somebody said something to the effect that mushrooms belong on pizza, not like, you know, pre-fight preparation or something to that effect. Salute you for that. Salute to you. Exactly. But this generation, you got an idiot like Ryan Garcia. Imagine if you had a federation where you could take steroids. That would be so cool. Like, wow. And y'all support this motherfucker. This is exactly what I'm saying. Y'all don't even give a fuck about his racist rant. Y'all don't care about the fact he cheated in more ways than one. Y'all don't care about nothing. All y'all care, as long as something's entertaining to you. This is why I said there's a bunch of sadistic, weak-minded, evil, childish, immature motherfuckers on this planet. This is what the fuck we have here. Nobody seems to really understand the importance of something being pure. I don't want to see a fixed fight. I don't want to see a fixed fight. If it's not something called professional wrestling, no, I don't want to see a fixed fight. I don't take professional wrestling serious. The storylines can be in it. Can sometimes, like in all honesty, this is what my thing. People don't know how to keep things in its proper perspective. They think everything is just about entertainment. Why would I want to tune in to watch fake fights? But they're not telling you the fight is fake. We know wrestling, they finally had to come out clean about it. We already knew that shit. I mean, the real ones knew that shit is fake, man. I mean, they get hurt. Sometimes they hit each other harder than they, meant to, or sometimes dudes don't like each other. They might try to rough each other up a little more, shit like that, but it's all scripted bullshit. You know damn well you ain't never in your life seen a fucking fight and it like the way what they do in the wrestling ring. All this, I mean, we know it's scripted shit. But bottom line is people still watch it and act like it's real. Now, we know they take real punishment, they get hurt for real and all, but we know it's scripted and it's not a real sport. Okay, it's not a real sport. But boxing is falling into that category. It's in there. Look at what just happened. So, whatever Netflix vision is, whatever they have planned for boxing on Netflix, we don't have to watch it. I have Netflix myself, and I'm going to tell you right now, when I smell bullshit, I stay away from it. So let's say they give you actual real fight. Something that, something, let's just say, for example, right? If they was to have like a Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, right? Now that's the main event right there. But let's say they got some YouTubers on there. Then they got a Jake Paul versus a fucking Roy Jones. Are you really giving a fuck about Roy Jones versus Jake Paul? Do you really think Roy gonna turn the clock back, or Evander Holyfield or Shannon Briggs? But you see, this is what I'm telling you guys. Y'all sit here and listen to shit, but then y'all turn around and act like y'all don't remember what just happened. So why y'all bitching about the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson situation? If you find yourself indulging in the next card and it's the same type of bullshit, you got to blame yourself. And like I said, for Jake Paul, that's my challenge to Jake Paul. Fight Francis Ngannou. You had no problem fighting Mike as a heavyweight, right? You told Conor McGregor, how about we fight the way it used to be? No weight class. Yeah, of course, you want an advantage. You want a size advantage. Yes. Don't know how good you are at MMA, and I don't give a fuck. You suck at that too. Bottom line, you're just bigger, a lot bigger than Conor McGregor. And on top of that, Conor McGregor more than likely is washed up now. I haven't been seeing Conor. I've been watching him. But Jake is not going to call out anybody. Right now, you could take a dude the same exact age as Jake Paul, ain't never fought yet, still waiting for his debut. All Jake got to know is, he's the same age as me. Nah, he don't want that smoke. And then let somebody say, this guy's good, man. He didn't fight yet. This will be his first pro fight, but he's good. Jake is not going to fight nobody like that. So this would be my thing to everybody. Question that motherfucker. Why don't you fight Francis Ngannou? He only got 2 pro boxing fights. You got more experience now, Jake. And you said that you a real fighter now, right? Guess what? Francis Ngannou isn't. I bet you he won't fight Francis Ngannou. See, but Jake Paul fans is just like Tyson fans, just like Wilder fans, just like Fury fans. They try to cushion and protect them. They don't want to see them fight somebody that can possibly take them out. Francis Ngannou will knock Jake Paul straight the fuck out. You a heavyweight now. Yeah, you a heavyweight. Ain't no excuses. You're around the same size as Alexander Usyk. So ain't no fucking excuses. Yeah. No fucking excuses. Nah. Ngannou is too young. That's what it is. So if Prince, whatever his name, the guy Turkey Al Sheikh, if them motherfuckers can see something in Ngannou and they think they can make some money with him, yeah, since you like making storylines, you can make one with Ngannou. Nah, you don't want to fight Ngannou. His size shouldn't mean nothing. You're a real fighter, right? He's not. You claim you're a real boxer now. And all these motherfuckers that sit there talking about how better Jake Paul got. Man, Jake Paul, his ass was tired even in the first round. His stamina was shit. And Mike wasn't even throwing nothing. And this motherfucker, he was tired himself. He's a shit fighter, man. Now all you motherfuckers, even Andre Ward, Sean Porter, all these motherfuckers now starting to say the same shit Aries was saying a long time ago about this dude. It just take y'all forever. I could say something right now. Fucking 2 years from now, motherfuckers will be going, this and this and this. Yo, Aries, I remember you say, yeah, you damn right I said it. It just take y'all forever to finally fucking see the truth. This dude don't want to fight nobody, no real fighters, nobody that he know will smash him. Jake Paul's a shit fighter, and Jake Paul will get beat the fuck down if he fight a real fighter. Plain and simple. And the fact that all he want to do is fight retired motherfuckers, way older than him. Yeah, man. Yeah. So he don't deserve a Canelo fight. He don't deserve a fucking Usyk. He don't deserve a fight with no top fucking fighter. He don't deserve that. He don't deserve that. It's the payday he's coming for. Skip the line. Let me skip over real fighters because they're not as popular as me. Just think about this. Usyk, Fury, Canelo don't make $40 million a fight. AJ made the $50 million with Ngannou. Don't know what his purse was with Dubois. I don't give a fuck about how much money they make. But what I'm saying is, a fucking YouTuber is fighting old retired motherfuckers and came into the sport of boxing and is now making more money than world champions in boxing. He don't even have a belt. This the type of shit Jared Anderson was talking about. And what did we say about Jared? Your heart can't be into it just based on your own words. Nah, Jake is all about the money grab. I don't give a fuck what he's trying to contribute to boxing. No, that's great. Good. But in terms of him as a fighter, nah. Y'all guys need to wake up, man. And you need to understand, nobody's making you watch shit. I was listening to some dude talking about, I'm sick of this motherfucker, man. I swear to God, yo, if this motherfucker fight again, talk about I might hurt some, man. You're hurting yourself thinking stupidly. Don't watch the motherfucker. How about that? Did y'all see the video? Of the motherfucker broke his TV because Mike Tyson lost? You must be a fucking fool. And Mike Tyson, you think Mike gonna take some of that money and say, hey, man, I saw what you did. Hey, I appreciate you being a fan like that. Hey, you know what, man? I'll reimburse your TV. No, he don't. Not that he need to either. It's your stupidity. But you think Mike gonna share his money with you? Stupid? No. This is the type of shit. That's why I post. Y'all see this series I do, where I do the boxing talk shit, and I'll put different. It's just showing you what's going on in the world. And I sit there, look at this dumb motherfucker. This stupid motherfucker broke his TV, ripped this shit off the wall, and broke his own TV because Mike Tyson lost a fucking fight. This is how to show you the level of stupidity. In the same way he did that, yeah, these are the type of mentalities of people that try to argue and debate when you speak in logic and truth. Facts don't mean nothing to people now. It's all about fantasy. People want to believe bullshit. Look, all of these motherfuckers that talked all this shit about Floyd Mayweather is now trying to do what Floyd is doing. And like I said, I don't give a fuck about the 60 million people that watch. You still, like I said, Mike Tyson's 80 million short of what Conor made fighting Floyd. And motherfucking Jake Paul is 260 million short of what Floyd made. So even saying this is the most watched, okay, right. And they watched you go in there and disappoint. And you still made far less money than what Floyd made in what Conor made. So once again, here he is calling some washed up fighter out. I mean, come on, man. Y'all, I mean, and even though he's saying let's do it MMA style, and Conor responds with some shit about, I guess he got a fight coming up or whatever. Yeah. Conor's not the same fighter. Jake don't want to fight no real fighters. He just doesn't want that. But this is what boxing has come to. This is what it's come to. To me, y'all, I'm not a slave to anything. I just love the art of combat. Not just boxing. Muay Thai, wrestling, like real Olympic wrestling, sumo, kickboxing, MMA. So I'm not one of them motherfuckers, man. I love the sport and they fucking, nah, they not doing nothing to my life. It's just that when I tune in to watch something and when I see that it's bullshit, I tune it right out. For all of you walking around here pissed off and angry, don't fall for the fucking okie doke the second time around. And this really will be the third time, because even when Jake Paul had nothing to do with it, you saw that fake bullshit between Roy and Mike. And like I said, if you think you saw a real fight between Mike and Roy, you really don't know shit about boxing. You really have no common sense. That wasn't real. That fight was every bit as fake as this one. It was trash. It was garbage. Roy is not going to admit to that shit, and Roy not going to say it was so much because he still have a commentating job. He's still affiliated with boxing in a work capacity, so he's not going to say it with so much. And he tried to defend fighters when people say things about the fighters. I can understand on the level where people that never fought, don't know nothing about boxing, be running their mouth. But Roy also don't like when people disagree with him. And it's like I said, it's like this. When you talk about pound for pound, right? Okay, you think Pernell Whitaker could beat Roy Jones? Fuck no. You think Pernell Whitaker could have beat Mike Tyson or Evander Holyfield? Fuck no. But at a time when the smaller guys is ranked like pound for pound number one. That's pound for pound in the sport for what they do in their weight classes. But when you look at it, right, and you look at somebody's career, what pissed people off about Floyd, they can talk all that cherry pick shit all they want. Everybody fucking cherry picked. Every last one of the motherfuckers cherry picked. All of them. All of them. Not just Floyd. All of them. All of them. Like I said, everything Floyd accomplished, then retired, then came back and got that $300 million and went out undefeated. You think fucking Roy Jones, you really think that all them losses on his record, you think that him fighting Wade past his prime, you really think that shit don't bother him when somebody put Floyd over him? How you gonna say he TBE? How you gonna? Roy wants so bad for people to say, Roy, nah, you are the best pound for pound that I've ever seen. He loves when people say that. Okay, why the fuck do you care? You understand? Why does it bother you? Period. It's all subjective. You got people that say Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time. Then you go have somebody that say, nah, I think it was Mike Tyson. I think it was Ray Leonard. I think it was Ray Robinson. It's always going to be somebody that think different. So is the object for us to make everybody believe what we believe or see things the way we see it in terms of our opinions? Nah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Why do you care? If you listen to him talk, why does he fucking care that people say Floyd's the greatest of all time? He's the best. Why does it bother Roy? It's like you could say anybody but Floyd. Then who? Who? I don't give a fuck about no greatest of all. I don't give a fuck. I don't even try. I don't care. It's just you see the reaction. Mike Tyson, the same thing. Remember that time when he jumped at Floyd and Floyd didn't even flinch? Floyd just standing there laughing. They was on stage and he reached down and he hugged him and all that shit. Yeah, he really don't like Floyd. Why? Then all of a sudden he finally had to give Floyd his props. Floyd's 50-0 for a reason, man. He's a great fighter. You can't take anything away from him. Yeah, you was the one talking shit about him. Now look at what you and they doing. Look at what you're going along with fake fights. So you can sit here and point the finger at Jake all day, but y'all Mike got to take accountability too. And like he told you, I fight for myself. Yeah, I did it for me, nobody else, for me. Yeah. Terrence Crawford told y'all, I'm at the point I could do whatever I want. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what they think. I don't care what they feel. Fuck them. Y'all still out here sucking ass for these fighters though. And listen, make no mistake about it. What I'm saying about Floyd is not so much in defense of Floyd, it's the principle. I don't know Floyd. Fuck Floyd. I don't know him. It's the principle. Y'all talk this shit about somebody and then y'all go out and try to imitate it when y'all, oh shit, I never thought I'd be in this position, but I am. Okay, now, right. So when you sit up here talking about the most watched televised, the most watched fight event, this event, we breaking records already, it's the most watched event, is this, is that. Right, but you still fell way short with how much money you pocketed. Yeah, and this is from a streaming app. Well, imagine what the numbers would have did if Floyd versus Conor was on a streaming app. That shit was on pay-per-view. Yeah, different, isn't it? Come on, y'all. Wake up. Wake up. These rich motherfuckers all about money. They don't give a fuck about you and I. That's all they care about. All right, look, I tell you what, all of this stuff is just entertainment to me. That's all. It's something to watch. It's something that I can enjoy and get into. That's all. Stuff that that's it. I don't take none of this shit to heart. If the sport of boxing ended today, it does nothing to me. It does nothing to me. Understand something. Greed destroys a lot of shit. Yeah. These money grab fights is starting to get out of hand. Y'all sit up here bragging about how much money these guys made and how much they did this and that. But, when you sit and calculate shit and look at it and you really understand what's happening, you realize, these motherfuckers out here trying to bamboozle us with all this bullshit. Floyd not going to share his money with you. Conor's not going to share his money with you. Tyson's not going to share his money with you. Okay? Jake Paul, none of them. They're not going to share their money. So while you up here bragging, now mind you, I'm only pointing out the facts because, yeah, people love to believe lies. Yeah, they didn't make as much money as neither one of them. But that's what he based it on. So bottom line is, Mike Tyson is saying and doing all the same things y'all criticize Floyd for doing. Well, it took Mike Tyson to become 58 fucking years old. Yeah. And when he fought Roy, he was, what, 54? Okay. Yeah, because that shit was like 4 years ago. Yeah, 58 years old. Now yeah. And he goes out and do it, and he's bragging about numbers and talking about making history and all the shit that Floyd talked about. All right. Listen. I don't know what Netflix has planned. And because of the success of this, they certainly don't see this shit the way what I'm talking about right. They ain't looking at none of that shit. They're looking at, oh my gosh, 60 million. Oh. Mm-hmm. So right now they probably working on a whole nother, which other, you know what? Who's like 75 years old that used to, George Foreman. Hey, listen, I'm saying that that's all this guy's doing. Trying to be the legend killer. He's trying to be the boxing version of Randy Orton. Let me just fight nothing but old washed up wrestlers. Yeah, I'm going to do the same shit in boxing. I'm going to call myself the legend killer. This dude is trash, man. He's garbage. He has no pride. He has no dignity. He's all about money. And basically, he's full of shit. And I really, him and that dusty ass orange beard, and everything about him is he's just about money, money, money. That's all he's about. Money. That's it. That's all he's about. He has to have a clear advantage, whether it's in size, like I said, a youth, whatever it may be. And again, he won't fight Francis fucking Ngannou. He will not fight Francis Ngannou. Nah, he won't do that. He won't do that shit. You want to know what? I would love if somebody offered him and said, hey, here's the deal. I'm going to offer you $200 million. But here's the thing, right? That fight would be with Usyk. But you got to get past Martin Bakole. Yeah, he shit his pants. He turned that fucking fight down in a heartbeat. Yeah, he want that $200 million, but damn, nah, he ain't going to get in there with Martin Bakole. Hey, you understand what I'm saying? Somebody that's going to go in there and like punish him the way they supposed to. Not, you know, like Anderson Silvas of the world, all these older, washed up MMA guys, no. He needs somebody to really beat the fuck out of him. That's why he don't want to fight nobody his size. He don't want to fight nobody that's, his age. No, he don't want to do that. Tommy Fury, come on with this shit, man. He find the shittiest fighters that is young, and look at what he did. Tyron Woodley, look, Tyron Woodley's older than him, but you understand what I'm saying? Look at the dudes that he fought. And this is a motherfucker y'all sitting up here supporting, talking about, yo, man, he got better. What you excuses. Can't blame Netflix. You can't blame Jake. You can't blame Mike. You got to blame yourselves for falling for the okie doke again. I told you, motherfuckers. Mike Tyson, his mobility was gone. I told you. He's not going to be able to close the distance, man. And he's not. Jake is going to run. I told y'all that. He's going to run. But Mike ain't going to be able to catch up to him. Mike is not the same, man. Now, y'all think that he come in that motherfucker, that little dipshit, and then just stand there. That's all he was doing. When I'm looking at him like, yeah. He couldn't even close the distance. He couldn't do shit. He wasn't even trying to go forward with that shit. He just popped side to side and then stand there and look. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. Listen, I done talked about this shit long enough. And I'm telling you guys right now, boxing has become a joke. So Eddie Hearn, as sharp as a businessman as you've been as a promoter, the Oscar De La Hoyas of the world, guys that, do still involved in boxing, but you always think that somebody's good for the sport, like I said, because they're controversial and they're negative and they do dumb asshole type shit. There's always somebody playing the bad guy. You don't hear them saying that about motherfuckers who have real dignity and respect. And it's funny because Eddie Hearn, you're the promoter of fucking Anthony Joshua, who don't talk shit, just come to fight. Y'all think Jake Paul is good for the sport? Oh, Oscar De La Hoya had a lot to say about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul situation. Yeah, see how everybody have a completely different tune? You know who's still singing the same tune? Yeah. Stop falling for the bullshit. Netflix, y'all got some decisions to make. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.